this one. I moved things around too, Chad. So when you get a chance to look at the show notes, look at the for upcoming shows.
Okay.
I moved some things around a little bit.
I'll check that out.
Just tweak a little. So should be good through mid-January. So I'm locking in some stuff. Trying to lock in some stuff. So should be actually really good shows before the end of the year. Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Just talking about to the rest of the shows to the end of the year. We should have some really, really, really great shows coming up throughout the end of the year and even starting into the new year. But I'm excited about the next couple of months, like the quality of shows that are coming in. Looking forward to it. So welcome everybody to the show tonight. It's Cash Your Coffee. I've got my coffee. What's up there, Ian? How you doing, buddy? I got my coffee, and I've got pumpkin spice. What is it, Jess? We got pumpkin spice creamer in here tonight. Pretty freaking tasty. Oh, she's not even there.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. Well, we got the pumpkin spice creamer.
Yeah, I got some pumpkin spice coffee made.
The show hasn't even started yet. There's already a caller.
I know.
How about that?
I'll go get it in a second.
I think I've maxed out my pumpkin spice latte for the year.
Get this, Chad. Guess what, kid? I got something for you tonight, Chad. I've got you wanted a cue to know when it's your time to go. I got you a cue tonight.
Awesome.
I got you a cue.
Looking forward to that.
I hope it's not, you've got mail.
No, that's only when we have mail.
Oh, okay.
Yes. A select few will understand the cue, and kudos to anyone who does.
Will I understand it?
That means if you understand my cue, that means your childhood was awesome.
Okay.
I'll let you hear it. Show the start. Yes. We got about 1 minute to go here. Jess, did you even call in yet? Oh, yeah. There's
Yes,
someone in there.
I did.
Are you going to talk to them or no? You're not going.
Yes, I will. I'm fixing Facebook first, though.
Fixing Facebook.
Can you hold up a letter Q?
Have you called Mark about that?
Why would you want me, Amanda? Why do you want me to hold up a letter Q? I don't get it.
She's in the queue.
She's in the queue. I don't know. I'm in the.
I don't know.
Oh, El Rojo shoot.
Or
They're actually saying,
El
Oh,
Rojo
El
shoot.
Rojo's in the queue. All right.
I'm in the queue. Lost Boy Rambler. He's from out of the country. Where are you, pal? You're in like South Korea, aren't you? He's like
El Rojo, you may want to
there we go.
give us about 5 minutes.
Why, you're not ready?
Well, yeah, I'm not ready, and you guys got to get through all your
Oh yeah,
stuff.
we got to get through all the stuff, all right.
It's going to be a few minutes. Or just wait,
Oh, the queue. No, you'll find out. You'll see the Cat Chad's queue, man. If you get it, your childhood was awesome.
Okay, what am I trying to do?
Your childhood was awesome. I got to start the show. Jesse, are you ready? Can I start the show?
Yeah, you can.
Chad, you all set?
I'm ready.
All right, I'm pushing the start button. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Ready in 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. But come on, take a chance now. So go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It is Wednesday. It is 8:30, which means that it is once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We got Shorty Knits manning the phones. And please welcome to my virtual left, my co-host, Chaz 427.
Howdy, y'all. It's time to sit back, relax, and grab your coffee.
That's right, kids, because tonight's episode is 588, recorded live on November 6th, 2019, and it is the November Casher Coffee, kids. Phone lines are open. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. Chad?
Yes.
First of all, how's your knee, pal?
It's doing a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. Do you have coffee? I have coffee. I was saying before the show started, pumpkin
coffee.
spice in this bad boy.
No, this is leftover Starbucks from work.
I love that pumpkin spice, Chad. So, your knee's okay? You're doing good?
I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm improving every day. So
That makes me happy.
getting that physical therapy in.
Good boy. Good physical therapy. Always a good thing, kid. Always a good thing. we got a great show. We got November Cash or Coffee. But before we do that, Chad, we got to talk about Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, as all of you know, as I talk about it every week, it costs a lot of money to make this show work. We appreciate all of our patrons on the other side, all the guys who nut up to the bar and say, "Hey, you know what? Yes, we're going to throw you some coin. We're going to help you guys out." And we appreciate you guys so much that we give you so much on the paywall, all the extra audio, extra video, all the good stuff that we have on that side. Chad,
Yes, sir.
we've had a patron for a long time, Cobalt Chief Tran.
Uh-huh.
Awesome guy. He's already pledging above and beyond our top tier. Okay, he just upped his pledge again to more above the top tier that we've got. Guy's a saint, man. Guys, I love him. I love him. Like I ever meet him, he's getting a big hug from me. He's getting a hug more than a handshake. He's getting a hug from me.
Yeah. What?
Appreciate him so much.
Do you know where he's from?
He's from, I want to say California or Oregon or Seattle or something like that. I want to say.
Yeah.
I want to say maybe Arizona.
I need to make
The
sure
other,
that
side the other side of the country, not on my side.
I need to make sure that if I'm ever at a mega or something where he's at, or if I'm ever in his neck of the woods, I look him up.
Absolutely, yes. We got a new one, Chat. Emily Renee out of Coos Bay, Oregon. Or as Jesse likes to tell me, I say Oregon wrong.
That's
Oregon.
correct. It's Oregon.
I say Oregon.
My family is from Oregon. Don't be insulting.
How is it insulting? I said you're
I'm-
from Oregon.
It's like people saying that we live in Illinois.
We do live in Illinois.
Yeah, that's what my father would say.
Right.
Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Chad, turn yourself up a little bit.
Turn myself up a little.
Yeah,
bit.
you're a little quiet, or more into the mic.
Hello.
There you go. Thank you.
Is that better?
So Emily Renee out of Coos Bay, Oregon. Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon. Out of Coos Bay, Oregon. And Cobalt Chief Trent. Thank you guys so much. Emily, welcome to the Inner Circle. Welcome to the family. Welcome. Enjoy everything on the other side. So you guys want to jump in, join the fun on the other side. You give anything you can. Tier start as low as $3. It's patreon.com, patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Now, guys, every time this week, Chad always misses his cue. So I created a cue for Chad. So this is the new cue going forward, guys. This is the cue for Chad to start what he's going to do. Here we go. Hold on, I got to turn the sound up. There we go. Here we go.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Okay.
Who is that?
That's cool. I don't know who that is, but
That
I
is
recognize that
Mr.
from the
Rest in-
70s.
Rest in peace, Lord Alfred Hayes. It was who
Okay.
it is. From
Yeah.
if anyone knows who that is, your childhood was awesome.
Yes.
One more time. Here we go.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
There you go. Chad, now it's all you. There you go.
So promotional consideration was paid for by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS that features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
And tonight we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go caching than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers with 6 issues a year. FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Bee Gone soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray, all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com.
Not gonna do that. You're not gonna spell practical.
Oh, PRACTICAL geocaching.com.
And finally, by pathtags.com for all your swag and path tag needs. Visit our website to get creative help to trade or log tags, to purchase your own personalized path tags. With over 39,000 tags to collect, pathtags.com is everything you need to start your path tag obsession. Visit them at pathtags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com. And as always, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or in our show notes. So, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
Tyrone Shoelace has got it. He got it. There you go. WWF. If you watched WWF in the mid to late 80s, Lord Alfred Hayes did that every single week. God bless him. That's my childhood right there, Chad. My childhood, kid. Moving along, Chad. It is the November Cache or Coffee. A lot of news lately in the geocaching world these days. But before we get to the news, we got a couple of emails. We've got a Facebook, and I'm gonna let's start with the Facebook, Jesse. You saw something on Facebook today.
Yeah.
Why don't
That's
you
at the bottom of the list. So
yeah, we'll work our way up.
we'll work our way up tonight.
Work our way up.
All right. So we had a comment from a listener on Facebook saying, I won't be able to call in, but I would like to hear people's thoughts on a cache owner changing hides from premium to non-premium. I have several that haven't been found in a while and thinking about changing them to non-premium. My initial concern is if it messes with the cacher's qualifications for a challenge cache for premium finds, but I've never seen one of those either.
I have never seen a challenge ever that messes with that. Chad, are you?
I can't. I don't recall any challenges that had anything to do with premium. So
No, I don't think you'd have an issue with that. I don't see a problem with being able to actually change it from. I'd say more people will complain if you went from non-premium to premium,
which
not
I have done.
not from premium to non-premium. I'd say go ahead and change it, man. I don't think you should have an issue with that at all. Aside from it getting probably muggled a little more often,
Right.
aside from that, you should be just fine with that. I would think. Don't you?
And that's the reason I've switched from a non-premium to a premium is because I was getting too many noobs in there who couldn't figure things out and were either claiming or that they found it when they hadn't, or they were putting a needs maintenance, needs archived on it. It's
Yeah.
like it's a gadget cache, dude.
Oh yeah.
You
I mean,
gotta figure this out.
I'd say 95% of my caches are all premium, especially any of my challenges are absolutely premium. But just because I have harder challenges than a normal, like I don't want the noobs sitting there, But I'd say most of them are premium. I'd say anything new, I definitely put a premium on. Jesse, what about you?
Yeah, I definitely agree with both of you. Most of mine are premium. I don't think it really, yeah, I mean, like Chad said, the only downside to taking away the premium only and opening it up to everyone is you get those noobs who, I mean, everybody has to start somewhere and it's a good teaching opportunity, but, it could end up getting muggled more often. Unless it's a high DT. That I don't know.
Yes. Yeah, true.
So, and GSM times 2 in the chat room. Oh, that went too fast. Where'd it go? He says, I commonly change them premium to start and then open them up to everyone. That's interesting. That's a good way to
interesting an idea.
go
Yeah.
about it.
That's interesting. I never thought about that. Actually, changing it to there you go. Wait. Ian says counterpoint paying $6 in the app for a startup premium membership month or whatever the cost is doesn't make anyone a better cacher or more stealthy cacher. No. Man, they're all
Sure.
talking so fast I can't keep up.
True, but you also have fewer noobs that are doing that than who are going for the free app.
Yes. Oh,
I mean, I went premium right away, personally, but and I was a noob for a while.
yeah. I
but-
mean,
but-
most of my older ones don't have premium. It's all my newer ones, just because I don't want to take them off. I just leave them. And if it's a skirt, I don't make it. It's not a premium. If it's just a lamb skirt, I don't do it. Yeah. So, there you
Should
go.
be doing those anyways.
I don't know who. Jesse, who gave that to us? Oh, Craig Satuki from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Craig Satuki.
Right. And one advantage, well, I mean, one perk, I should say, to making your caches premium is we used to have an audit log so you could, spy on and stalk everyone who views your cache.
Oh,
You want to segue into that discussion?
I do want to segue into discussion, but before I do, I'm going to put a pin in it because I've had Elro 14 from.
Oh, yeah.
I've had California sitting on the phone for 14 minutes, so I'm going to bring him in. El Rojo 14, Fat Taft, California. Hello, sir.
Good evening. How are all y'all?
How you doing, man?
Wonderful.
Thank you for calling in on this beautiful Casher Coffee night.
I'm looking forward to it.
What you tell me what you got to talk about? Tell me. It's all yours. The floor is yours, sir.
So, I've got a really unique event that I run every year, and GSMX2 knows about it. He's never participated, which I'm mind's blown how he's never got up here for this because a lot of the Ojai Valley cachers get up to it. It's a combination of geocaching and shooting called the Taft Shooters Challenge, and it's like the Amazing Race, the game show on TV where you have to run around and do things. So basically, what it is you start out at the shooting range, you shoot a stage with these 22 rifles, and once you're done shooting the stage and you knock over about 20 targets or break them, then I give you an unpublished cache page printout, and you rush out somewhere in the greater Taft area. I'd say probably within 7 miles or so.
Mm-hmm.
And you go find these unpublished geocaches, and I've got a code word in the cache so you can't cheat. And then you race back, and you do this 4 times. You shoot 4 stages, you find 4 caches, fastest time wins. And we've been doing this now. This will be our 8th year of this,
Wow.
and it's just a heck of a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been told about this from a friend of mine, Papa EGTH,
Hey, you live out there.
who's gone to it a number of times.
Just
And
messaged him today, as a matter of fact, asked him if he was interested in donating a gadget cache. He talked about that last year when he participated.
yeah,
Him and the missus, they enter. I got 2 divisions. I've got the rookie division and the veteran division.
mhm.
And basically, the rookie division are caches 3 difficulty or less than 3 difficulty, and then the veterans is 3 difficulty or higher. And they actually entered both, not because they really wanted to do the caches, they just wanted to shoot more. And I'm
Right.
like, I don't care.
So
He's like, hey, I could put together a gadget cache for you.
So you have to. So if I'm understanding this correctly, you have to shoot well in order to get the chords. It's not just getting the chords for the heck of it. You have to actually like.
The shooting honestly doesn't win the game. It's more the caching. So even if you're not a very good shot, it won't take that long to basically finish the shooting portion.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could basically go out and find the cache. And that's where it matters, especially like the veteran division.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my caches are pretty hard, some difficult multis, or they're in difficult areas. And so they basically take a long time to find. And that's where usually the race is won or lost, is in the caching. It's rarely in the shooting portion.
Fair enough. Okay. And what's you've been doing this for how many years?
This will be my 8th year.
8. Wow, 8 years. And how's the turnouts? What's your turnout like?
It's been pretty good. It's steadily gone up. I think last year was the first year where the numbers were slightly down, but I usually get about, between the 2 divisions, I get about 15 teams.
Wow.
And I'm kind of scared of getting any more popular because, then people start to stack up.
I was gonna say,
I've
like,
got
how
ways
long does it take to get through all that? I mean, it's gonna take a while to get through that, doesn't it?
So the rookie class, the rookie division, usually they're done in about an hour and a half, anywhere from an hour and a half to 2-3 hours. And then the veteran division, sometimes it's taken 2.5 hours, and then it's gone all the way up to like 4 or 5 hours.
You're kidding.
And some people don't even finish. They're just like, we're done. And then they just go find the caches at their leisure. So it
So-
kind of varies.
So how big are the teams?
So teams are 1 to 4 people. So entry fee is $40, no matter the size of your team. And so if you just want to go solo, you would shoot all 4 stages. If you had 2 people, then each one would need to shoot 2 stages. If you had 3, one person gets to shoot twice. And if you had 4 people, then basically everybody shoots 1 stage.
Okay.
Jess, you want to go shoot guns?
I'll pass on that, but I'll still, go to the event and socialize. I'll go watch.
You'll go watch people shoot
And
guns.
I've actually
Sure.
I've had people that never shot guns before in their life
I've shot a
that
rifle.
basically
I shot a rifle at sleepaway
come
camp.
out and have shot, and they really enjoyed it. like never shot before in their life.
It's
There were geocachers, and they're like, "This looks interesting." And they showed up.
It's a rifle, right? Is that what you're shooting? A rifle?
Yeah, I tried handguns. The handguns are just so much harder to shoot than rifles, so
Yeah.
we just usually shoot rifles. I've got some bolt actions and
I
some
shot a rifle.
semi-autos.
I shot a rifle when I was 12. It's the last time I shot a rifle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and honestly, like you would just pick, hey, you've got a little more experience, you shoot this one. Like one is you're sitting at a table with a really long-barreled bolt-action rifle, with a bipod, and a big old scope on it, so it's really not that hard. And then another one, there's one stage though that gets everybody. You have to spin the steel target around in a circle 360 degrees, and that's a time killer. And then like some people just quit. So I basically, if you don't spin it, I give you a 500-second penalty and add 500 seconds to your time. So.
All right. Well, when is it and what's the GC? If anybody's interested, go ahead, pimp it out.
So GC is GC8D as in Delta 9CF. And I'd mentioned on the website, I do my own web hosting. So you can actually go to TSC for Tap Shooters Challenge, tsc.elrojo14.com. And I've got a quick link that basically will redirect you. So you don't have to memorize the GC code if you just remember tsc.elrojo14.com.
TFC.
But again, that's GC8.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I'll say
GC8D9CF or TFC as in Tap Shooters Challenge.elrojo14.com.
TFC at elrojo14.com. Correct?
.elrojo14.com.
elrojo14.com. All right, there you go. Anything else, sir?
So when is it?
Wait, hold on,
If
Chad's
you
got a
ever
question.
wanted to like
Wait,
host
hold
your
on.
own-
When is it? Tell me when it is.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's always the Saturday after Thanksgiving. It's on November 30th this
Yeah,
year.
that's late. Yeah.
And so some people can make it, some people can't, but it works good for me. I'm a school teacher by day. So I got the week off beforehand that I can go out and plant the caches because I pretty much run it by myself. So that way everybody can participate. And so I'm the only one that knows where the hides are. And it can be a lot of fun.
There you go, Chad.
And how late of entry can you do? Because I'm potentially interested. Well, I'm definitely interested. I'm potentially interested this year, but I'm not 100% certain that my knee's going to be up to it by the time we get there.
Yeah. And so the format of the start is actually really beneficial because basically it's a running start anywhere between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. So you can start anytime in there, and and then we have the actual event is that evening because you can't have events for races or whatnot. But so the event is actually in the evening at 5 p.m. and that's where we gather at a local restaurant / sports bar, and we basically have coveted trophies, and I do a raffle, and basically we all hang out and shoot the breeze and talk about some of the evil hides I planted during the day. And so, like, even if you weren't very mobile, you could just come and have fun. Like a lot of people, they like, we don't care if we win. We just really have a good time with this thing. And I usually try to make the hides pretty decent. So they're interesting and fun and challenging. And some are more popular than others.
Awesome.
There's definitely some foul language used to describe me after some of these caches.
So is Papa building you a cryptex or?
I just messaged him today. I haven't heard back from him. So we'll have to see if he's going to get one or not. Also, there's a really famous cacher down in our parts. Roomba Cats has a lot of great gadget caches over in the desert here, not too far from me. And I was talking to him today because he might be interested in donating a good gadget cache to it. So that'd be fun. So, and the veteran class, I've had multi-sites, I've had mysteries, I've had where I goes. I've involved drones.
Nice.
It's been all sorts of fun.
Okay. Anything else you wanna talk about? Is that it?
No, I'm just really enjoying the show.
Thanks, man. Cool.
And appreciate the work you guys put in, and joined on Patreon last week, so I'm on a freeloader.
You
so
did. I
keep up
appreciate
the good
that
work.
very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Enjoy all the good stuff on the other side. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Will do.
All right, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, man. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Chad.
Yes, sir.
We've got an old friend of the show. We've got Stevens ad infinitum here.
Awesome.
Stevens. Hello,
What's up,
sir.
Corey?
Hello, baby. Hello.
Hello.
Man, I didn't realize I was on already.
Yeah, oh, sorry. I can put you back on hold if you'd like.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Can I help you?
Well, I had a challenge a couple weeks ago that I was hoarding a bunch of travel bugs, and I was told to unload them into the wild again. So I wanted to give you an update about that.
That's okay.
So number one, I found a great big one. It's harder to find big ones around where I'm at because I found them all. So I wanted to find, something new. So I did find one. I was able to put 3 of them. If you want to check, do you want the GC number?
No, I trust you.
Okay.
I fully trust
Because I can give you the GC number. So I was able to get 3 of them away. Okay, I have 6. I still have 3.
Uh-huh.
I spent an hour and a half out at the multicache that's right by my house trying to find the first stage. So
Oh, no, you couldn't find it?
no, and the owner says, well, it's around there somewhere. Well, the owner actually adopted it, so it wasn't the original cache.
Uh-huh.
So I've got to go try again. But I still have 3, but I got rid of 3. So
Well, congratulations. Hey, at least we're moving
Making
forward.
progress, yeah.
Yeah. Well done. You got rid of 3.
yeah.
Okay. Good job, Corey. Good job. I'm proud of you.
So I do have a challenge for you though. You haven't shot a gun since you were 12.
I'm not sure. No, I haven't shot a gun.
What?
Dude, I'm a Jewish pacifist. I don't shoot a gun. No, I don't plan on shooting a gun. No.
All right. Well, you come out this way. We'll have to teach you something because my girls have gone out and shot with me.
No, I've never shot a handgun in my life. Never.
Really?
And I'm a pacifist too.
Nope, never in my life. Jess, you ever shot a gun? Jess?
No,
No,
I haven't. I mean, I've been around them my whole life.
Brat, for Christ's sake. You
Right?
never shot a gun?
Nope.
Wow, look at that. Never shot a gun either.
I don't,
Oh, well.
See that?
don't feel like I'm missing anything,
No, I don't feel the need to shoot.
Nope.
A gun. I don't own a gun.
Mhm.
No, I'm okay with it. I've made peace with it. I prefer to live in safe. I just live in safe places. Is what I do.
If it can fire and a civilian is allowed to have it, I fired it.
A bazooka? You fired a
A
bazooka?
civilian's not allowed to have a bazooka, so that's why I clarified. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Corey. We ever get together,
All right.
I will shoot a gun with you. Okay.
All right. Well, that sounds like a plan.
All right.
We'll have to make it happen one of these times.
Dude, I'll get up to Utah. I want to get out there. I was just telling Jesse the other day I got to get up there. So, I've been
Yeah, and the guys are still keeping the Geo Tour alive, even though it's not an official Geo Tour. It's still privately done. And so, actually, one of those that cache that I put those trackables in was part of the Geo Tour. So I was glad to be able to get that.
I don't want to go to the Geo Tour. I just want to go and hike around. I mean, every time I go, beautiful. It's like it's just every picture I see is
Google
gorgeous.
Angels Landing
Oh,
if you want, and there's an Earth cache at the top there.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah, I see it. I tell Jesse every time I see pictures, I'm like, how have we not gone there yet? Like,
Have you never been to Utah,
45
Scott?
minutes away from
Never.
Zion's.
I've never been to Utah.
Oh,
Never been there.
I've been, just not since I've been a cacher.
Yeah. So it's we'll trust me. We will get out there. I promise you that. We will make our way out there. We'll get out there eventually. I promise. Yes.
All right, guys. Well, it sounds like a plan. I've got to go attend to my little chitlins, but I'll.
Go deal with them. I'll talk to you. Be good.
So I plan on
All right, take care.
going out
Wait, hold
there
on.
next year.
You
So
gonna be Utah next year?
next year. So after my son graduates from high school, I'm taking him to hit 4 of the national parks, including Zion, where Angel's Flight is.
Oh yeah, Zion and Arches is a hop skip. I mean, Zion's 45 minutes. Arches is 2.5.
Right.
And while you're in Zion, you might as well go an extra hour and a half and hit the Grand Canyon.
Yeah, and after we hit the 4 national parks, we're hitting the North Rim, the Grand Canyon, and then heading to what's that dam? Hoover Dam.
Hoover
And,
Dam, yes.
and then drive my son down Vegas Strip so he could say he's been on the Vegas Strip, and then head home. So we got
Trust
a
me, it's not
plan.
as grand as the movies make it out to be.
Oh, I know. I've been there. It happens to be, since it's going to hit the Hoover Dam afterwards. It's like it's basically on the way home.
There you go.
Well, hit me up. We'll have a Chaz 427 event for you.
Okay, sounds cool.
All right, man. We'll talk to you soon. Be good. Thanks for calling in.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
So Chaz,
Yes,
FF Skippy
sir.
says he often carries his pistol when hiking alone. Jesse, why don't we have pistols?
See,
I really don't have a good answer for that, other than that's.
Chad, do you own a gun?
yes, I own several, and I have carried in while hiking, while geocaching before in
Really?
Texas.
I
I also had a CHL in Texas, which California doesn't recognize Texas CHL. That's concealed handgun license, by the way. And I haven't gotten a CHL in California. I probably need to get one.
Oh yeah, you probably need to get one of those, Chad. Why don't they recognize it from Texas? What's the difference?
California is a bit we'll see when it comes
Duty,
to weapons.
hobby.
So, in my opinion, so
Ah, fair enough. All right. So I'm taking the pin out, Jess. So you said audit logs went away. Audit logs went away on October 31st. Moving along. Chad, did you use audit logs, by the way? So curious.
you know, I hadn't even heard of audit logs until you mentioned that, and then I read up on it. I was like, really? I could have found that stuff out.
I can't believe you've never noticed audit logs.
That was like
No.
the best part
the
of
part
when a
of
cache went live is seeing like who's looking at it right away, who's gonna go, like trying to figure out who's gonna be the FTF.
Right. Not only
Yeah.
that, Chad, but it gave you how many times they looked at it. So if they went away and came back, so you'd be
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've looked at it 6 times already. I mean, he's
You
got-
know who's working on your puzzles.
right.
Well, see, I would only look at it to really check out, or if I needed to do an update or I needed to refresh my memory because a question came in. That's the only time I ever looked at my caches that I published.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
that's just me.
Well,
so.
Chad, it's gone. Don't worry about it.
You
Sad-
never knew what you were missing, so
Sadly, it's gone. I guess. Did we hear, Jesse? Was it the UK that the changes in their laws? Is that what?
yeah. I mean, I think it's a privacy thing,
Daryl.
and I get it. I get that.
Daryl would know. Daryl would totally know why.
Well, then if it was a privacy thing, they should have allowed people to opt out of not providing that information. It's not like we're finding out their personal friggin' information. They're looking at our caches
Yeah,
here.
we're seeing their cache.
Right.
We're
I think
seeing
I think
a
it's blanket.
geocacher name looking at our caches.
Right. But it's like when you go to a new website for the first time, you have to agree to the cookies and, all of that. I guess it's the same kind of thing. And along the same lines, you do have to give permission. So like on Cachly, for example, you can view your friends on the Cachly app, but you have to go to the geocaching website and actually explicitly give permission for them to use your information on Cachly.
That's reasonable because there you got real live information about where an individual is.
Yeah, but I think
Not
it's-
necessarily. It's more of your finds and your hides. Like on your on your profile, you can see your friend's activity.
Okay.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, I think it was just a matter of just it's a kind of like a blanket covering of it that it's even though we're just seeing their username, it's just you can't do it. I think it's one of those blank you can't do it. I think that's what it is personally. If I had to guess, that'd be my guess. So I don't know. Yeah. Where was it? Jason Chapek, which is Tyrone Shoelaces, says a local cacher here used audit logs to figure out who kept stealing their caches. Genius. Genius. I love it. So
But there were workarounds for it. There were certain. I think if you looked at it through the app, you did not show up on the audit log. But if you looked at it through a browser, you did. So
yeah, once the new app came,
right, we figured out workarounds.
You could cheat the system. Yeah.
So if you're stealing caches, then you just need to create a sock puppet account.
Well, that would be the smart thing to do if you're going to steal cash.
But it'd have to be a premium sock puppet account.
Yeah, well, if you're going to go all out, you might as well go all out.
Yeah,
I know
30
people
bucks
who
a
have
year. I
premium-
mean, you a few ammo cans should cover that, right?
Right?
I knew cashers with premium sock puppet accounts in my day. Trust me.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah.
don't steal caches, people. That's evil.
It's just not steal cash. We got some emails, Chad. Here we go. You ready for emails, Chad?
Yes, sir.
Acme Wild Cachers, a long time patron of the show. I'm not able to call for tonight's show, but wanted to pass this along. Chad, wait to hear this. While I have never done anything nearly as ambitious as a 48-state caching trip, referring to last week's show, 48 states in 7 days, I do know of a cacher in my area, which is Wisconsin, with a story to rival that of the group from last week, Chad.
Okay.
I have met WCS 24 fan once at an event, and we talked about this briefly. Back in May of 2016, he did a 48-state caching trip in just over 8 days. He slept in his van along the way, traveling about 8,300 miles in total.
Wow.
He planned well enough that he only bought one meal for the entire trip. But most impressive to me, he did it all by himself.
I would definitely say that's the most impressive part, doing it all.
But wait, there's more, Chad.
Yeah, the sleepy time there.
A little over a year after he completed this trip, he commemorated it by putting out a 48-state cache dash series spread around Dane County in Wisconsin. It starts with an intro cache explaining what he did. Then the remainder of the caches chronicle his journey for a find in each state. The map placement of the caches simulate a trip around the lower 48 by making a counterclockwise circuit of the county. Each cache is hidden along the side of the road with a state flag sticker somewhere close to mark the location. I wound up getting FTFs on 4 of the caches. It's actually through the cache descriptions that I know the specifics of the trip. Most impressive indeed. Most
awesome.
impressive. That I'm surprised I've never heard about this series.
That's
It's
even more insane. Can you imagine that, doing that solo? Because the other crew of 4, which is definitely impressive, they could switch off drivers and get some shut eye and stuff.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, so basically a day and a half longer by himself.
Right.
Yeah. All of it and how about only he bought one meal? He brought enough food for one meal. He had one meal in 8 days that he paid for.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. Yeah, I think we might need to go up and do this series, Scott. It's
you looking at it?
It's in Dane County, which is where Madison is.
I know, it's not that far away. It's a couple hours away.
Circles Madison. Yeah.
I know. I think we definitely need to do that series. Yeah. Add that to the list of things to do. Absolutely.
It's a long list, but we'll add it.
So I got another email here, but first I'm going to talk about, because everybody's talking about it in the chat room, Chad. Mingo Madness.
Mingo Madness.
Coming up next year. They're going to have the GPS Adventure Maze coming to it in May. It's coming out in May next year. The Adventure Maze is coming back, Chad. See, but you already have it.
I already have it.
You're like,
I'm good.
I've been there. I've been there, done.
Been there, done that.
But I think it's actually it's going to have a couple of different new parts to it, I think.
I would really love to go to Mingo Madness, but my geocaching trip is going to be the not block party, but whatever they're calling that.
The celebration.
The celebration and Geo Woodstock and Going 8, blah, 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 those 2 weeks. So I can't.
No, we're not going to Mingo. Yeah, we're not.
I can't do that.
I've been
it's
there.
like, do this again in another year, in an off year, and I'll go.
It's just, yeah. We talked about it. I've been.
Nah, we have too much.
I've got too much going on, man. Between spring break with the kids, and we were gonna go to Texas in January, and then she wants to go to Seattle in August, and then we got 2. We've got West Bend, and we've got
Midwest
Geobash in August. I don't know how we're gonna pay for everything already.
Yeah, I know.
Let me add a Mingo trip too. So, yeah, we got a full plate next year. Full plate of caching next year. So yeah, Mingo Madness, guys. If you missed the GPS Adventure Maze, last time it was in, where was it? Not Texas, in Georgia.
It was Fort Worth.
Yeah,
Texas. It was in Texas. Thank you.
Yep.
Last time it was in Texas. It's coming back. It'll be in Kansas in May at Mingo Madness. So I've got the maze. Me and Jesse went out when it was in Alabama. We drove out to Bama and got the maze. It was at a really cool.
is that like a Air and Space Museum?
Air and Space Museum. Really cool.
And we just happened to go on free admission weekend.
How about that?
That was total coincidence.
We saved so much money.
Yeah, I'm sure that was total coincidence.
It was.
Hand to God, it really was. We're like, how much? You're like, no charge. We're like, really? No charge? Like, no, it's free weekend. We're like, oh, sweet. Yeah. Well, we were all ready to pay. It was like $30 a ticket, I think, wasn't it, or something like that? Justin?
Yeah, something like that.
Ridiculous. Yeah. So yeah. So hey, if you missed the Adventure Maze, which if you have, I advise you to go do it. Is it cool? Yeah, it's cool. But you want to get that icon, because if you don't, and it
Right.
goes away forever, 5 years from now, you'll be like, why didn't I go get the icon? You know. So you really want to get that icon. Like, trust me, you'll be kicking yourself if you don't. So
Yeah, well, if it will disappear again. So, and that might be the last time.
exactly. Yes, that literally might be the last time. Yeah. So you never know when next time's the last time. So go get it. Although I can't imagine it won't be at the block party next year. I can't imagine I'm not having it.
Yeah, I'm guessing one of those, or part of the block party going ape or Geo Woodstock. It's got to be there, and there's going to be so many people going to all of that.
Yeah, I can't imagine that not having it. I'd be shocked if they didn't have it there. But you never know. You never know. Moving along. So Chad, you got it though, so you don't care anymore. And you even got the ape, so you really don't care. You got both apes, don't you? So,
Yep.
Yeah, see, I still gotta get the ape. We gotta get out there and get that ape. Let's get back to the email. I got one more email here. From Josh Fine Stuff, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Fine, that's a great caching name. Josh Fine Stuff. Hey guys, love the show. Thanks for putting it out. You recently put out an episode about etiquette, and I had 2 questions to add, if I may. Here we go, Chad. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
First question. If a log has numbered spaces and is full, I mean completely full, aside from the spaces that only hold the blurry smudge of what used to be a previous catcher's signature, is it okay for me to reclaim that blurred smudge's space rather than not sign in at all? Chad, I'll let you answer that first.
I would write over a blurry smudge space just so that it's more visible. But even if there wasn't a blurry smudge space, I'm writing my name on there somewhere.
Jesse?
Yeah, I agree.
That's it.
or I'm adding a sheet possibly as well.
Yeah, I would write my name over it. Yes, I absolutely would. I would write my name probably over somebody else's name, technically.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because they've already logged. I look for an older one at the top, probably. You know.
Yep.
Or
I would squeeze initials into a corner.
Yeah, and that's if I
Right.
couldn't find. I can't imagine it's got to be completely full. Where I literally, the only time I've ever seen something like that is a nano. Those
Right.
nano logs where it's completely full.
Yeah, I'm sure all 3 of us have actually done this. So
Oh yes.
yeah,
Yes.
multiple times.
But I have also added paper to a log.
Right, as well.
A scrap of paper or something. You know, to a. If
Log bowl added log
I would
sheet.
never. I've never walked away from a cache because I couldn't get my name on the log because the log
No.
was too full. Let's put it that way, Josh. I've never done that. So yeah, I think it's okay personally. I think I think nobody would be mad at you if you did that personally. Second question, Chad.
Mhm.
Is it improper etiquette to change the difficult rating of a cache? I had rated my cache GC8BC08 puzzle a 3 difficulty, but I get a lot of messages from stumped cachers asking for hints. I'm happy to hint them along, but did I mislead them with a bad difficult rating? And now that it's published and found a few times, am I messing up someone's grid if I change the stats now? Any guys appreciated? Thanks and happy caching.
So a 3 difficulty rating on a puzzle, if it's for the puzzle, I personally think you're going to have. It's a puzzle that you should have a number of stumped cachers asking for hints. I've had plenty of people ask me for some of my 1.5s that I'm thinking this is so simple that anybody should be able to do it. But of course, not everyone can do it. 3.5 is a good difficulty rating. I got one out there that's a 4.5. It's only been found once.
But do you think he could change it? Is it
Now, as far as changing it is concerned, it doesn't sound to me like I would change this. I would leave it the same. But the etiquette on it, in my opinion, is don't do it because it's potentially going to screw up some of the finders' DT grids, and that is the main issue that I have with people changing DT ratings on caches.
Right.
Now, you can kind of go and take a look at their DT grids and then ping people and ask them, hey, I'm thinking about changing this, upping the difficulty rating on this because people are having issues with the puzzle. Do you mind? I checked; it's not impacting your DT grid. I actually did this on a multi of mine because the terrain went from not too bad in the fall to being extremely horrible in the spring.
Sure.
9 months of the year, it's extremely horrible. And I went with a group of about 10 cashers, kind of doing maintenance while they did the fines, and everyone was griping at me about the terrain rating. It's like, okay, I'll change it if it's not impacting anyone's DT grid.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed.
Sorry for rambling.
No, not at all. I think people would be more mad if you went from a 3.5 to a 3 rather than a 3 to a 3.5. 3.5, I think, is a harder difficulty to get than a 3.
Yeah, going to the half ticks is.
I think you're better off going to the half tick. Just
Right.
in terms of like making less people mad at you, because
Right.
no one's going to complain if you go to a 3.5. But 3.5s are hard to get, so I don't think people would have a problem with that.
But you know, if you have only a few finders on it, take a look at their DT grid, see if it's impacting them when they're doing it, and then possibly ping some of them if it's close to impacting them.
But even if he does, I mean, it's his cash. He can do whatever he wants with
It's
it.
his cash, but you know how many times I had it changed what DTs I needed for my 81 for my DT Fizzy, and it was just pissing me off. I had it within one like 3 or 4 times and jump back to like 2 or 3, and then I'd get those
changing their DTs on their caches. Really?
Apparently on some of these harder ones, and they were like people were like being nitty gritty with, or tweaking them a little here, a little there, and it was impacting me, and I think it can impact other people. That's just my opinion.
Anybody in the chat, you've ever changed a DT grid, give us a call, 808-468-7924. I'm curious about why somebody would change a DT grid like a lot, because I've never in my life, I don't think I've ever done it. And I've owned over 100 caches, and I've never changed a DT grid.
I've only changed it on one, like I said, and that was because I did get a lot of complaints with the people that I was with, and I was like, and I understood. It's like, yeah, this terrain isn't this terrain anymore.
Yeah, but I understand if a terrain changes, but the terrain is going to change. You could put it. You could actually put it in your notes. Heather, give us a call, 808-468-7924. You could actually put it in your notes. Hey, this terrain is going to, terrain may vary in the winter, or you could put terrain. The terrain number is for winter, not summer. Or vice versa. Something like that. And obviously, if you move your cache, that's a little different story. If your cache goes missing, per se, and if you replace your cache,
just don't change your DT if it's going to impact a bunch of people.
I always go. I'm under the guise of going higher rather than low, so I'd rather up it. I'd rather people saying this DT is way off because I expect it to be harder than easier.
If you are, like I said, if you are going to do it, making it harder is better.
Right.
Getting the half steps is better. But also be cognizant of the cachers who have found it and make sure you're not impacting them.
What about you, Jess? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I pretty much agree. I don't think that I've ever changed one. I'm trying to think. I don't think that I have. And if I have found one that somebody else changed, I didn't notice, or it didn't affect me at all. But yeah, I definitely agree with both of you.
Okay, fair enough. So Chad, those are the emails that we've gotten. So well, first of all, Josh, I hope that answers your question for you. That went into a little bit of a tangent, but I hope that answers your question. So yeah, we would say go ahead and change it if you feel the need to change it. Go ahead. I don't think you're gonna especially if a couple people have found it. I don't think it's going to affect too many people. Hey, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at these notes here. You got something.
Yes, sir.
Do tell. Let's hear your story here.
So I got awarded an adventure lab.
How did you get awarded? Wait, I thought Adventure Labs were over. How did you get awarded in Adventure Lab? First of all, congratulations, sir, on getting
Oh,
awarded.
well, thank you. Let's see if I can't find the email on that. So it's here somewhere. I wasn't expecting to pull up the email on it. Basically, last weekend they sent me an email saying that they're continuing on with giving out some adventure labs to people in various areas, and I was awarded one. I'm not sure exactly what I did to qualify for it. So there's a couple others in my area that also got them within the past month of, or at least they put them out within the past month and done it. So, I'm just happy to do it because I've got my idea of what I want to do, and I've already got the spots picked out, but I need to go. I think probably going to do it this weekend. Go to the locations and see if I can find some specific information that you really need to be there to actually get that information, so that I can publish it. But I've pretty much got it written up already, so ready to go.
And where's it going to be at? Where is it?
It's gonna be in Sacramento.
Sacramento.
So when they do the adventure labs, they allow you to have up to 5 labs within the adventure labs when they give you one. So I've got 5 locations picked out, and mine's going to be Quirky in Sacramento. So I don't know if people remember Quirky in Seattle. It was a lab series back in
Quirky. You say Quirky in Seattle?
Quirky, yeah. They did a Quirky in Seattle back in 2000. I'm gonna say 2014 series, and where they went around is like you got the elephant car wash and some other quirky things. And so I picked 5 relatively quirky things that are in Sacramento. And I'm kind of put my series around that.
Nice. Congratulations, sir. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Somebody in the chat room says Coon and Bud says Sonny and Sandy got one as well.
Awesome.
So maybe the podcasters got one. You don't want to give one to me. I don't know what I'd do with it. I really don't even know. I don't even know.
You have to take them all to the bean.
I'm really not that. I'm not. Trust me, if you see my cash hides, most of them pretty much stink. So
the bean, the John was it?
No, somebody
John Hancock building.
Here already did one. They did all the spots where the Batman films were filmed in Chicago. So he's got all the spots where they filmed the Batman stuff.
Chicago's not Gotham.
Yes, it is. It
It's
sure
not.
is.
New York's Gotham, dude.
No, well, yeah, but they film it in Chicago, kid.
I know.
Chicago is Gotham. Yes, it is. Jesse.
Yeah.
What would you do with an adventure lab?
I don't know. I had an idea once a while ago, but now I forget. So.
Okay. Well, GSN times 2 got one as well.
Oh, nice.
Look at everybody's getting one. I get nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. No love over here. No love in Chicago. None.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should. I think I'm trying to get mine out this weekend because I don't know how many people. There might have been multiple people in my area that got them, and I don't want my spots taken up.
No, absolutely not. So anybody in the chat room who uses the actual geocaching app, I do not use it. I use Cashly, sponsor the show. Thank you, Cashly. We love you. Anybody who actually uses the app, Jesse months ago had a fantastic idea. She said, like, hey, they should show Adventure Labs on the app, as they do like regular caches. Because like how many times you're in an area, if you don't open that Adventure Labs app, you don't know there's an Adventure Lab there.
Right.
Has anybody have you done that yet? Does anybody know? Have they figured out a way to actually show us there's an Adventure Lab in the area other than having to open up that app?
That's the only way that I know of, and I didn't even realize there was a second one added to my area.
Exactly.
So the first one I knew because someone else told me, And then the second one I knew because, okay, it was like I wanted to make sure none of the spots that I was going to take were used. So I opened the Adventure Lab. I was like, oh, another friend of mine, Bon Scott, he's got a series out here. And so it's like, I'm just glad none of them are my spots. I wouldn't want to have to kick them off a spot.
Like everybody I'm getting people in the chat room going, Gotham is New York. Yeah, I know Gotham is New York, but it's filmed in Chicago. So Gotham is Chicago. But I know it's supposed to be New York. I know. It's okay. I know. No, you have to see, look at that. Everybody says you got to get the app. See, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Come on.
See, it should be like a Where I Go, where, yeah, you need a separate app in order to,
Exactly.
go through the whole thing,
Yes.
or the AR caches, but
Yes.
there's still a pin,
Pin's
and then you click on it and it takes you somewhere else.
Yes, that doesn't seem like it's that different.
Yeah.
Do it with Where I
Yeah.
Go, they could do it with the Adventure Lab.
Maybe
That's-
eventually.
They should be able to do that.
Yeah,
A special
put a
special
column-
icon or something.
Calling the Brian Roth, for Christ's sake. Come on, man.
All you need to do is a special icon that pops up on the page and lets you know, hey, this sorry, there's not a cache here, but there's an Adventure Lab. You need to open
Bring
blah
your-
blah blah.
Gonna have
Yes.
Brian Roth back on the show. Give him a slew of Jesse things that he needs to improve on, because
It's
That
just a
that
suggestion.
seems like a no-brainer, and that's a good no-brainer suggestion. I can't believe it hasn't been done yet. That seems simple.
I would think there's got to be a reason.
No, maybe they haven't thought of it. They haven't thought of it.
Somebody suggested that to them, I'm sure.
Jesse, you got an email yesterday or today or yesterday about what was it the other day from Groundspeak?
Oh yeah, yesterday. On Tuesdays they send out the logbook, the premium member.
We send out our email on Tuesday.
That is when we send out our email. That's a total coincidence, isn't it?
No, it's not. It's the best day to send out an email.
That's right.
Trust me, I'm in marketing. Go ahead. So what did you get?
So I got an email telling me that I have 558 favorite points that I can award to caches that I find.
Okay. Yeah.
I've stockpiled 558 favorite points.
Yeah. I've got that. I've got over 500. Easy. Yeah.
Am I stingy, or do I just not
course.
find good caches?
I
You're
just don't.
stingy.
I don't. Literally all I have to do is swipe the little thing on in the app. I do
Yeah.
the same thing. Yeah. If I go right now, if I go here, hold on. I gotta go to my other browser. If I go into, let's take a look. Let's see how horrible I am. How do I find out on the website how many I have here? Hold on.
So if you click on your
Here we go. I
profile
have-
on the left side, it'll show you.
Jesse, how many you got?
I have 558.
I have 599.
Ooh.
So you
590. I'm one away from 600.
and you've got like what 18,000 caches.
Yeah.
I've got
So you've actually
18,000 caches. 18,000.
Yeah, his
So you've
award
given-
rate is higher than mine.
I was gonna say your award rate's higher than mine too, because I've only given I've given out about half. I've got 244 favorite points in my thing. I've actually given away less than half of mine.
Well, there was for a while. I just did it to every cache just to try and knock it down a little bit.
Mhm.
It's like I just gave it to
Okay.
everything. I did that for a while, then I gave up. Like I can't keep up with it. It's just
I only give them to true favorites, and then quite often I will forget, or when I'm like mass logging from a mega event, I have to physically go back in and favorite afterwards because GSAC doesn't have a mind reader. It needs an ESP interface.
one thing we need to do. Another thing for Brian Roth, make a list, Jess. We're gonna have Brian Roth give him all gripes. It's another thing we have to do is be able to gift other people our favorite points.
Oh, I totally agree with that.
Gift favorite points, because there's so many people with none. I'll give you all of mine.
Yeah.
Like boom, enough. There you go. So I would say So gifting favorite points and having an adventure lab show up on a normal cache is like two things he needs to know about. So.
But I got an email from geocaching headquarters like that, but I was like several weeks ago.
You did
So
really?
I wonder if they're staggering those out.
Maybe.
Oh, I got it too. I think I got it last week, not yesterday. I think I got it last week.
No, I just
Or
got mine yesterday.
I just saw it and I'm like, delete. Like I don't care. Like, I saw the I knew I've been in the 500s for a while, so I didn't know I was 599. That's absurd. I'm one away from 600. So that's like I'm like 10 or less caches away from 600 for Christ's sake. Lord. Now I'm not going to give one for like 10 more caches just to see the glorious 600. Also this weekend, Chad, is it this
Mhm.
weekend? This weekend, the gift events are upon us. Earn
Oh,
your gift
yes.
souvenir for 2019 by attending a gift event November 7th through the 17th. Oh, it's for the next week and a half. Is that 2 weeks? No, it's 10 days.
It's
I
10
think
days.
it's over
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've only
2
got-
weekends.
Thanks for stealing my notes there.
Sorry, Chad. Would you it's 9:28. I'm just trying to get through all the stuff I'm gonna get through. Yeah, we unfortunately can't go to ours. We have one in our area. It's like the same time as Shane's 9th birthday party. So
Hmm.
Shane wins. You know,
Priorities.
I got to go to my kid's birthday party. So
Yeah.
we're gonna
I'm
miss it this year.
driving across town again. Even
What?
though I drive across town all the way over to Davis. So Davis is west of Sacramento, southwest of Sacramento, and I'm far east.
Nice.
So
Are you excited to go see him?
I am. So
Who is it?
actually,
I heard what's his name's got one in this year from Australia. Geocaching Down Under podcast. Help me here. Oh, he's a friend of mine. I can't
Oh.
his name.
See my show?
Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Yes, I heard he's got one in there,
awesome.
supposedly. So I look forward to that.
So and there's a link in our show notes to the trailer if you guys want to
Thank you.
look
Yeah,
at it.
there's a link in the show notes to the trailer. There you go. Thank you, Chad. Chad put the link in the show notes. Appreciate that. Do we have anything else here? I don't see anything else in our notes here. Oh, the lists. Hey, Chad, the lists have been updated. That's a whole freaking show.
Yeah.
What do you have you seen?
I glanced at it and I was kind of worried at first that they were gonna be trying to get rid of pocket queries, but it looks like it actually feeds into pocket queries as well. So you can take the list and generate pocket queries a lot easier than what you had in the past.
One thing I noticed about a list, I was actually doing some research for a certain type of cache earlier in the week, and I came across somebody's list. Somebody had a bookmark list
Mhm.
of caches, and this might not be new. They might have been doing this for a long time. I haven't looked at a bookmark list in a long ass time. So, but it actually had the top of it. It had like 0 out of 18.
Oh yeah, that's new.
I had none of those 18. I'm
Right.
like, well, that's new. When did they get that? I needed that years ago when I was like bookmark crazy and I was doing challenges and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I needed that.
So it tells you how many you have found out of the list.
Yes.
Okay. I
Yeah,
guess-
that's a nice
I guess that's
feature.
useful.
Oh, it's a beautiful. Oh my god, it's just simple, beautiful feature. Yes, that I was like, oh, that's fantastic. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
I usually use lists when basically I'm doing a geo art, solving the puzzles of a geo art, and I'll pick up someone else's list, and then I'll so I can click down through each one sequentially and
Right.
solve the puzzles.
Yeah. I mean, I did them. Like I say, I used them all in 2010, 2011 when I was doing all my challenge caches and all that. I had bookmark lists upon bookmark lists. You know,
Mhm.
so
I actually just went through and like cleaned up a bunch of my lists, but I still have a lot.
Yeah, I've got too many.
so that's a nice little feature. You know, that they
I
have.
still want to be able to like export to like a CSV or Excel or something
Yeah.
along those lines. That they haven't done yet.
Not yet. Maybe someday. Well, hey, where's our Brian Roth list?
Yeah, I'll add that to the list.
Add it to the
We
Brian.
got 3 things added to this
Oh,
list tonight.
I gotta call him. We gotta get him on the show. It's time. I think 3's enough. I can make a show out of 3. So, Jesse's coughing and laughing at the same time. She's got the dump button because she's coughing and laughing. So
Yeah, don't make me laugh too hard.
all right, guys. That's Cash Your Coffee. Chad, Jesse, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you much for calling in and for being in the chat room. Chat room was very lively tonight. I couldn't even keep up with it. It was going so crazy. Next week, Chad,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this whole month and December is going to be such a fantastic way to end this year with the shows that we got coming up next week. Chad, we have got
Hazards.
our continuing in our geocaching hazard series, which I love so much. We have got tips for geocaching safely, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
Safely. I know you don't. I know you don't cache safely, so we're going to learn how to cache safely.
Hey,
So we are.
I have cash safer than sometimes than other times.
Oh, as have I. So someone's saying hi to you in the chat room, chat, by the way. So next week,
Hey, Bill.
geocaching hazards, tips for geocaching safely. That's what's going to be on the show next week. It's going to be a good show, kids. And the rest of the year is going to be fantastic, including, Chad. You know what's coming up next
Mhm.
month? The second annual Stump the Caller. It's coming.
Awesome.
I'm getting the questions are being prepared, Chad, and they're going to be harder questions than last year. Harder questions. I can't
Yes.
wait for it. It's going to be fun. Stump the Caller. Love it. Love that. So that's coming later in the year. Next week, Geocaching Hazards. Jesse, thank you. Chad, thank you. Everybody, thank you so much who watched tonight and called in. We appreciate it very much. And that's we will talk to you guys next week. So let's close the show. Here we go.
So that before I close the show, that was Bill 18 Vallejo, who's a caching buddy of mine. So yeah, we've done a few megas together.
Oh, no, that's who that was.
That's who that was.
There you go. Okay, here we go. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available on your favorite podcatcher. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts, rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it and really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe button or get notified button to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of the show. With tiers starting as low as $3, you'll get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today, and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Odds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, and BathTags.com. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make that purchase, because you will make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. We'll see you next week, talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We will talk to you guys next week. Claire. We got Claire. Ugh. Bill Anderson. Can I get notified? He wants to get notified. Chad. Yes, you can get
Yes.
notified. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button and you'll get notified. That's all you need to do.
I was saying follow Geocaching Podcast on Twitter.
On Twitter, yeah. Or if what's he on? Oh, he's on Facebook.
Or on Facebook, yeah. There's a Geocaching Podcast Facebook page too.
Yeah, but can you actually
I don't know if they do notifications on that.
I don't know.
I get notified.
When we go live on Facebook?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Hope you had a good show. We will talk to you guys next week. Be good, be safe. Bye-bye.